Hi everyone, and welcome to Lazy Lion. Now we know that everyone is probably already obsessed with all the new anime coming out in 2024. We totally get it. But we here at Lazy Lion can't just welcome the new without taking a final look at the old. So join us as we go over our top 10 favorite anime series of 2023. Oh, and same spiel as every year. In this video, we'll only be covering debut anime series, meaning no sequels and no movies. Who knows? You guys may even find out about some new shows that got overshadowed by the Titan series that also came out the same year. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now 2023 seems to be the year of anime series all about the undead, reincarnation, or second chances. And also, weirdly, characters sporting two-tone black and white hair. Heh. Anyway, there were some series that had beautiful visuals. Others had interesting concepts. While some just had no business having such top-tier level animation. I mean, look at this. Pure excellence. But to make our top 10 list, you're gonna need more than just that. You need the whole package. Characters you'll cheer for, stories that'll move you, animes that'll transport you and take you places you've never imagined before. Those that capture your attention, your soul, your heart. Those are the ones we want. And those are the ones we want to share with you. So let's do this. Start the countdown. Get your glow sticks ready because entering the stage at number 10 is the wildly entertaining supernatural mystery idol series Oshinoko by Studio Doga Kobo. This show is full of great visuals and even catchier tracks that will be sure to pull you in. But fair warning, if you're looking for your typical positive fluff idol show, keep moving cause this ain't it. Created by the same author of the popular Kaguya-sama Love is War series, Oshinoko is a psychological thriller that delves into the darker side of the entertainment industry, even using events and scenarios that were inspired by the stories of real people working within the industry, with some even being from the author's own personal experiences. And even though the premise of the plot is based on the well-known Japanese joke of, what would it be like to be reincarnated as a celebrity's child? The show constantly takes a more serious tone to remind audiences that there are real people behind the screen and that how we interact with them has consequences. Materializing into 9th place is the post-apocalyptic sci-fi mystery series Heavenly Delusion. Brought to the screen by Production IG, this show is a mix of Promised Neverland meets Akira meets The Last of Us. The story follows Maru, a 15-year-old boy, and his hired bodyguard Kiruko, as they trek across a broken Japan, trying to make their way to a place called Heaven, in the hopes of finding answers. Along the way, they're faced with both good and evil. It's human nature at its most raw. It's flawed, it's scary, it's compassionate, and it is complex. Following that vein, the series also explores themes of morality and gender identity, to a degree that we feel we have to warn audiences that discretion is advised. Heavenly Delusion also just so happened to be more mysterious than any other anime we saw all throughout 2023. We have our theories, but we need season 2 to come out ASAP to see if we're right. We need answers! Bulldozing its way into the number 8 spot is Studio Nuts' stirring mecha series, Bullbuster. The series follows bright-eyed Tetsuro Okino, an up-and-coming mecha designer for Tani Technologies, as he's transferred to the extermination company Namidome Industries to train their pilots on how to use his newly developed mecha, Bullbuster. There, he learns of an incident that took place about a year ago that led to the full evacuation of Ryugun Island. The official story is that it was due to a gas leak, but the dark truth is it was in fact the sudden appearance of mutant creatures. This is where Namidome Industries comes in. Hoping to solve the problem without the government's involvement, Namidome pledges to do everything in its power to be able to make the island safe again for its residents. And that's part of the reason we loved this anime so much. It's not about the monsters or the mechas. It's about the people. They're what drive the story, and boy do they drive a good story. We were surprised by how much we ended up genuinely enjoying this series. Add to that the great character design and animation, and it's just perfection. Skipping into the 7th slot is the anime series Skip and Loafer. This uplifting rom-com slice-of-life series by PA Works is, in our opinion, the hidden gem of 2023. Mitsumi Iwakura goes from big fish little pond to little fish big pond real quick when she decides to move from her little town in the countryside to go to high school in big city Tokyo. Hoping to one day get accepted into one of the top 3 universities in the country and then become a government employee, Mitsumi approaches every new challenge with a fake-it-till-you-make-it can-do attitude. And though most of the time the only person she's fooling is herself, her genuinely pure and self-driven personality easily draws in those around her. She might be full of whimsy and prone to delusions, but Mitsumi is actually quite grounded, knowing exactly who she is and what she wants to achieve. She's also very empathetic and constantly puts herself in other people's shoes, sorry. Genuinely trying to understand other people's perspectives and feelings, which allows others to feel at ease around her. The portrayal of healthy relationships and interactions with good communication between the characters was both novel and hopeful. The characters were not only just really well written, but also had fully fleshed out personalities. This allowed the plot to be driven forward by character growth rather than the usual rage-inducing misunderstandings, which we were greatly thankful for. Driving into 6th place is the incredibly moving sports anime series Overtake by Studio Troika. Now, this one really just came out of nowhere for us. The series explores the unlikely friendship between Haruka Asahina, a young F4 driver racing for Komaki Motors, a small independent team, and Koya Madoka, a famous photographer who's hit a bit of a block in his career. Haruka, though a promising new talent, is a taciturn and stubborn kid who doesn't feel like he needs anyone's help in achieving his dream of reaching the podium. While Koya, an already well-established expert in his field, suffers from a past trauma that prevents him from photographing people. Now, considering the fast-paced nature of motorsports, the direction and pacing of the show were actually quite slow, offering viewers tons of quiet moments that actually said a lot, which were then balanced out with some rousing action scenes that we loved, and really reminded us of Run with the Wind with hints of Sing Yesterday for me, which in our opinion should be enough of a reason to check it out. Chomping its way into the 5th spot on the list is the dystopian horror comedy zombie apocalypse anime series Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead by Bug Film Studio. The story follows 24-year-old Akira Tendo as he starts working at a film production company. What he optimistically thought would be his dream job quickly becomes a nightmare. Turns out this production company is closer to what's known in Japan as a black company. Companies that take advantage of their workers. Workers are overworked, given impossible deadlines, and become the emotional punching bags of their superiors. Everyone goes around listless and dead inside. Basically, zombies. Then, suddenly Tokyo gets hit by a bioweapon that turns anyone infected into flesh-eating zombies. But poor Tendo is so used to his listless coworkers that he doesn't even notice that everyone has turned into actual zombies. Until he does. But instead of feeling terror that he's gonna die, he's relieved that he finally has the chance to do the things he's always wanted. Like, quit. We'll admit, this one was a lot of fun, and we were pretty much hooked from the first episode. Not only did we appreciate the parallels between work zombies versus real zombies, but it also had a great message about following your dreams no matter what they are. So let's not wait till our own zombie apocalypse before doing the things that make us feel alive. Eh? Crushing its way into 4th place is the historical drama The Apothecary Diaries by OLM and Toho Animation Studio. Now, if there was an award for Best Anime Meme Generator of 2023, this series would probably win it hands down, with our plucky female lead Mao Mao leading the charge. The story takes place in ancient China, where Mao Mao helps her father as an apothecary's assistant. One day, when she's out picking medicinal herbs, she's kidnapped and then sold to the palace to work as an indentured servant for 3 years. Wanting to just do her time and get out, she tries to keep a low profile. But when tragedy sweeps through the palace grounds and she finds out that the emperor's newborn babies keep dying under mysterious circumstances, she endeavors to get to the bottom of it. Secretly, of course. When her theory proves to be correct, though, she soon finds herself no longer on laundry duty, but working for one of the emperor's most favored concubines. Using her skills as an herbalist and toxicologist, she helps solve crimes within the walled city. Now, if you liked Raven of the Inner Palace, then go watch this. It's a great mystery series, but instead of taking the supernatural route of the former, it chooses to focus on the medical, scientific angle instead, which was just fascinating. Shooting its way into number 3 is PA Works' second entry to make the list, Buddy Daddies. Buddy Daddies is the successor to the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting, and in our opinion, everything that Spy X Family should have been. Sorry, not sorry. Meet Kazuki Kurusu and Rei Suwa, a pair of cold-blooded hitmen for hire, who one day out on what should have been a routine job, run into a complication by the name of Miri Unasaka. Turns out, Miri was in the same building as the job was taking place, looking for her father. We think most of you can see where this is going. Through a cruel or provident twist of fate, the duo realized that their latest job was in fact taking out Miri's biological father. In a moment of panic, and thanks to a convenient resemblance, Kazuki pretends to be her father instead. But having promised to never get attached to anything or anyone due to the dangerous nature of their occupation, they're at a loss on what to do with Miri. At first, they try to find her mother and return her. But when that's not a viable option, they realize that they have to step up for this little girl. And so begins the heartwarming tale of a chosen family that's filled with lots of action, lots of laughs, and lots of heart. Reminding us all that sometimes love can be stronger than blood. And that the important thing is to show up when your name is called. Thrust into the second spot is what we believe to be the best shonen series of 2023, Hell's Paradise. Considered to be part of Studio Mappa's Dark Trio, right alongside Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise's grittier and darker fantasy plot continues to change the landscape of the modern shonen genre. And we are here for it. Previously hailed as the strongest ninja, and earning the nickname The Hollow for his lack of emotions while carrying out missions, Gabimaru now finds himself facing the Executioner's block. And all because he made the mistake of going to the village chief and saying that he'd rather trade in his high status and position to live a normal and peaceful life with his wife. Yeah, the chief wasn't gonna have that. And soon, Gabimaru finds himself being ambushed. Figuring that this was the chief's way of saying his dream was being denied, Gabimaru gives up and allows himself to be captured. But despite his nonchalant attitude towards his own death, is he really okay with leaving things as they are? Well, when a member of the famous Yamada Asemon family of executioners approaches him about a crazy expedition to Hell's Paradise in order to search for the elixir of life, which, if retrieved, would earn him a pardon from the shogunate, Gabimaru has to ask himself if he's willing to let the chance to be reunited with his wife slip him by. Summoning its way into the #1 spot is the epically spellbinding fantasy adventure series of 2023, Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, by Studio Madhouse. Now, Studio Madhouse knows how to deliver great stories with compelling characters, and they didn't drop the ball with Frieren either. Not only does it have one of the most emotional first episodes since To Your Eternity, but it also just keeps delivering by continuously kicking you in the feels throughout. Though, in more of a heartwarming, poignant, sentimental, kind of touching way, you know? Like, you're gonna die emotionally,
but you're gonna be happy about it.
It's also incredibly beautiful. From the visuals, to the music, to the sparse dialogue, to the touching symbolism, I mean, it's not to be missed. The series follows the journey of the elven mage Frieren as she retraces the steps she and her party took over 80 years ago on their quest to defeat the Demon King. This story focuses less on the adventure and more on the relationships that are forged along the way, and how they sculpt you into the person you become, and is ultimately a reminder that life is fleeting, especially to us humans. So make sure to cherish the time you spend with those around you. Like, perhaps the time you spend sharing your favorite anime series. Something that makes us extremely happy to do over here at Lazy Lion. Our goal for 2024 is to put out more videos than last year, as well as perhaps dip our toes into releasing some YouTube shorts that'll explore some juicy details we couldn't quite fit into our videos. So make sure to keep your eyes peeled for that. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button to let us know, and you can also hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, stay obsessed!